Well, hello and welcome to Scorecard on Channel 1 TV. On this show today, I know a lot of United faithfuls are happy. One, particularly in studio, was filled with smiles when that all-important third goal came, and the excitement it is brought into United faithfuls. All of a sudden, there seemed to be a certain sort of confidence in this setup. We'll get to talk about that. We'll get to watch the highlights as well on the show and analyze, break it down, comprehensively. For you to just grasp the whole concept of what we want to paint. But again, I remind you, this is Scorecard. I am Bernard Abekoche. We'll go for a quick break. When we return back in studio, I'll introduce you to my guest. We'll set the ball rolling here. Welcome back to Scorecard on Channel 1 TV. I am Bernard Abekoche. Right on my immediate right, Bas, right? It's Coach Christopher Nimley. Numo.
I saw me dim, I saw me day.
I saw me dim, I saw me day. Watch that. Why you?
I saw me dim.
But why do you want to start the show this way?
I saw me dim.
And then I saw dim.
Didn't you see?
You hold on.
No, you guys should have gotten me my song. I don't know why you didn't play the song. You should have played the song for me.
Which one is the song now? I'm picking on. I don't know if you do the moves.
They should reserve it for the end of the show. I'll do the move.
No, if they tell me they've gotten wherever, you have to stop it for people to see this.
I saw me dim, I saw me dim. I saw me dim, I saw me dim.
Charlie, we are in the AC. You are bringing the heat, Charlie. Guys, that's Coach Christopher Nimley, a fantastic friend, as well as Sedinam Edmond. Sedi, how are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm a miracle too.
It's been a while since we did this.
Yeah, it's been a while, since we did this. Let's do it today. Coach, is this... Now, before we get into the clips and see whatever that it is, we have to see. Is the Premier League table itself shaping up now?
Look, truth be told, this season we've not had proper consistency from most of the team.
True.
Even the leader. When I say the leader, I'm talking about Arsenal. Arsenal have been at the summit of the league for a very, very long time. Even them. Their form of late has been very undulating.
Yeah.
So one can say that if the teams around, especially those in the Champions League, those vying for Champions League, can bring a bit more consistency, then we can say that the league table is shaping up. For Manchester United, if you've beaten Man City and Arsenal back to back, clearly you must be eyeing a Champions League spot.
Okay.
And you must be making sure. Man United, I think after today will have, 16 or 15 more games to play.
Yeah.
To the end of the season.
This is the 23rd.
They are not in any competition.
Yeah. We've done 23 games.
So
now.
they must approach every league game with anger. Look at the words I'm choosing. Anger. Because by the stature of the club, they should be at least competing for some sort of domestic trophy.
True.
You are not in Europe. You are not going to win any silverware. The least you can do
is to qualify for Champions League.
To compensate for whatever has happened to your supporter is to do the sort of things they've done in the past 2 weeks. It's I saw me dim, I saw me dim. I saw me dim, I saw me
Charlie, why you guys do this? Play the team for the man now.
Let's go,
Sorry, I mean, same to you. You feel, I know something is happening.
Yeah.
Something was happening. Something was happening. Sorry, I mean, he makes a salient argument that the top clubs we know that represent, this league in the Champions League, have not found their rhythm. But would you say that it has still produced that competition, or it still stands as competitive league, regardless of the strength not being, at that level for these clubs we know them to possess?
Well, picking up from where Coach left off, despite the inconsistencies of the big hitters in Europe, it also made it fun in a way that between somewhere sixth down to somewhere 12th, 13th, or even up to 11th.
Yeah.
The point difference between them, it's not up to 4. It's not even up to 6. That brings some competitiveness in the midfield area of the league.
Okay.
So you win one, you lose one, you win two, you bounce up.
Yeah.
That's why Crystal Palace were high hitters. Some were 5th. In very early parts of December, thereabout, late November, but now they are 13th.
Fantastic. Let's start with a Ghanaian interest here and move to Manchester City. I feel so super excited. Look, I don't like Manchester City for a reason Coach Christopher Nimley is aware of, and I'm sure Sadi is as well. Manchester City is not my go-to team. But to see a Ghanaian play in that team, it gets me super excited. Antoine Semenyo, and he has produced a certain number of goals at Manchester City that seem to equal the record at a record for the national team Ghana. And he's played more for the national team Ghana, but played less for Manchester City, but seem to have the same number of goals. Let's watch Manchester City against Wolves. We'll get a glimpse of what the Ghanaian did, and we'll talk about the City situation. Let's watch this. And they do this in great fashion. I love how Mamouche just threw his leg into the space and got that all-important goal. First off, Maguire enters this team and he says, no, I need to learn more, I need to improve. Semenyo gets into this team and the coach says, the guy is just fantastic and he can't stop scoring and he's in awe. Pep described a player who is of your nationality, or if you want, who's from your country, in that fashion. How do you first off feel?
First and foremost, look, to be honest with you, I'm one of those who believe that Semenyo needed to hit the ground running like this to get the technical handlers of Man City to believe in him. Don't forget, somebody asked, but if they didn't believe in him, why did they pay the money? They believe in him. Every player that is bought by a coach, the coach and the technical staff believe. But when given the opportunity to now confirm or affirm the sort of belief that they've had in you for paying such amount of money, how many times have we not seen players go in there and they are unable to perform?
True.
But from the very beginning, the moment he was pushed in there, he's grabbed the bull by the horn and game after game. Forget about the goals. He's not scoring tappings. He's scoring good goals. Good goals. Look at the goal he scored there. Look at the pass. Look at the touch. The first touch took the ball away from the defender. Because he's one of those ambidextrous players who can play with both feet, he's very comfortable going either side. My only worry, I saw him last week against Manchester United, where he was asked to play on the right. I think he's more lethal when he's on the left. Against Manchester United, where he was faced by a very experienced defender, Luke Shaw, we saw how he struggled. Luke Shaw tactically would not allow him to go to the bar line, forced him onto his left foot, and again, not in areas where he could punish.
True.
But forced him onto his left foot in areas where all he needed to do was to put him across, hoping that the cross would be good enough for the likes of Erling Haaland and co to pounce. And if you look at what we saw of him last week, all the crosses he delivered from his left foot, Martinez and Maguire dealt with it.
True.
But having said that, still, you must give him the credit because he's walked in there among these very well-established players.
True.
And he's beginning to get them to believe in his ability. That is what you want to see of a player or of a new player who walks into a team being coached by the best in the business when it comes to coaching in recent time. So you need to earn the right for the players to respect the quality you are bringing on board. Once they believe that this is a player who can make us better, they will now begin to get the ball to him a bit more. And you could see that anytime he shows up, Semenyo have it. And Semenyo so far hasn't disappointed whenever he's been given the ball. So I'm happy as a Ghanaian. I hope and pray that Otuado is watching. With Shefa is watching. Because what I will not accept from them is to get such a player to play this well at this level. When we take him to the World Cup, we don't get the best out of him. statistically, he just showed me something.
Yeah.
The man has scored
Three
how many
goals?
goals?
3 goals for Citi.
3 goals in 4 games.
Yeah, for
He
Citi.
scored the same number of goals in how many games on the Black
32.
Star? 32 games.
Yes.
Unacceptable. This is telling me how good a player he is. Okay? Create the system that will bring the best out of your best players.
True.
Going into the World Cup, I pray God he doesn't get injured. Clearly, if Semenyo stays fit, he's going to be one of our reliable sources of goals going to the World Cup.
True.
So let not put him in a system that would deprive him of quality service, that would deprive him of not being able to put the ball in the back of the net. Somebody like me, I will not accept that, because I think the role of a coach is to design a system that will bring the best out of his
100% agree.
out of his the team, and of course individual within the team will show their unique quality to make the team better. I'm happy for him. I pray it goes on like this,
Yeah.
and I just hope that football has its own way of telling its story.
Yeah.
When the form is not what it is now, he should be calm and work hard to bring himself back to this. But I hope and pray that it gets better and better and better from what I've seen so far.
Fantastic. Pep now gets into the second position. You check the distance from Arsenal to Citi, and it's 4 points. Are we in that worrying time again for Arsenal? I know we'll get to the highlights of the Arsenal game, but in analyzing the Citi game, my last question for the Citi reactions, you feel it should be worrying times for Arsenal now from what United did today? We'll get to the United highlights also.
Well, looking at what Pep is doing with his team currently, trying to find new ways of getting goals without their biggest hitter, that is Haaland, I feel it should be a worry, because it looks like against United it did not work.
Yeah.
But playing in the cup games, we've seen how Pep is getting goals from other goal scorers.
True. The last
Remember,
time they scored 10 against the Can Beef side.
yeah, Exeter, and and Haaland did not score.
Yeah.
They beat Newcastle. Haaland did not score. Now they have gone on to play against United. It did not work out. Now take that game in isolation, put it aside, and then look at what they did again against a Wolverhampton side. Someone might say that Wolverhampton are the whipping boys of the league, quote and unquote. But they've constantly made it difficult for everyone that plays against them to get a goal that quickly and then build on it, and they could have actually had more. I feel that it should be worrying times for Arteta, and he showed the worrying times today with the sort of changes he made and the time he made those changes.
We'll get to talk about that. Let's zoom in into the Liverpool situation. And his slot, should he still be the manager of this club now? Bournemouth beat Liverpool by 3 goals to 2. Let's have the highlights. That's the Liverpool coach. Van Dijk commits, and in that situation, what should he have done as the main man in defense?
I don't know what he was even trying to do. If you looked at the highlight carefully, it's like he was trying to control the ball in mid-air. You are there to defend, okay? The ball has been looped over you. You don't try to control. All you try to do is to leap yourself forward and then put the ball into throw, or continue and let the ball go over the goal line and concede the corner.
Yeah.
Because you are stretching. Once you are stretching, you are not stretching to do this. You are stretching to do that.
Right.
Because you are there to defend. He couldn't do that. And once he missed the ball in mid-air, all the player needed to do was to do a pullback, and then it was an easy tap in. My problem with Arne Slot is the fact that he just don't know what he's doing. He's confused.
Why do you say so?
I say so because Liverpool had everything working for them. All of a sudden, after winning the league, throughout the season, if you watch them play, from game number 1, the same problem that has been there has persisted up to now. They are not defending set pieces well. They are too open. You remember the goal Semenyo scored against them? He picked the ball from his half in the first game and ran through until he put the ball in the back of the net. How many times did we not see this happen in this game? We saw this happen several times. They'll pick up the ball, the opponent picks up the ball, and he runs at them. And there's no shield. Nobody is screening the back line. And I have said that Gravenberg experiment as a deep line holding midfielder who is also supposed to stay in position and protect the back line.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If only they could repeat this clip for everybody to see. This should have been goal number 2 because they were too straight. Look at it. Look at that. Look at that. That is unacceptable. At this level, you do that against any quality opposition.
It's basic.
You get beat. You concede. So where was Gravenberg? Where was Soboslai? Where are the guys? Is it the shape that is not allowing them to? So if you want to, there's a certified specialist in the position there.
Yeah.
That is the boy from Japan. You don't fancy the ball. And if you have got somebody on the bench who could solve a serious problem, and you close your eyes to that as a manager, and things are always going wrong within that area, then you must be held responsible. Again, they've not defended on set pieces well at all this year.
Yeah.
Look at the goal that eventually won the game from a long throw in.
Yeah.
If Konate had played, I think they would have defended that goal better.
Okay.
Because without a doubt, he's their best header of the ball defensively.
Okay.
He couldn't play because I hear he has a family
issues, lost
with his dad and all that.
that.
So properly, he had to be excused. But even that, look at the throw in. They get opportunity 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What should they be doing there? Concede the corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just concede the corner. Because within the situation was a chaotic one.
Yeah.
Nobody was in charge. So whoever gets there, just concede the corner so that the rest of the team will regroup and defend on the corner. And look at the timing. It was in the 90th plus minute.
Yeah.
You see, when a team is conceding, having gone 2 goal down, 2-2, you should not be losing the game. Psychologically, you are the team that is on top. So why then do you then? It tells you about the mental toughness of this team. That they've got a very, very weak, and it's shocking because they are the defending champions.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They are the defending champions. Look, they've got some very big games to play.
Yeah.
If they don't take care, I don't think the game they lost against Bournemouth is the last they are going to lose. With about 15 more games to play, I expect them to lose even more. And if you look at the way...
That certainly takes them out of the Champions League.
Exactly. That's what I was going to talk about. They are not going to win the Champions League. And with this performance, I don't see them qualifying for the Champions League.
Wow.
Maybe it may not look very alarming, like I'm sounding. But if you watch the way they play their game, the number of chances they give away in every game. Go, the XG is there. Liverpool is one of the worst defending team in the league. They give too many chances away. And this league have shown that even those that we don't classify as chances have been put away.
Yeah.
Let alone you presenting it on the silver platter. You'll be cut short, you'll be cut aside, and you'll be punished. It has to do with the manager. He is being stubborn in his approach. He should admit that the team is under, they are not playing with belief. When your team is not playing with belief, the best you can do is to make sure you don't expose them. You don't open them up. Let them stay compact. Let them begin to work for each other within the certain framework. Once they begin to work for each other, limit the spaces in between them so that they'll see the need. I'm closer, you are closer to me. Let's join hands and get the job done. If you don't do that and you leave them open, the more they get punished, the more they dip in belief. Look at the defending. Everything is in 6s and 7s. And Liverpool as a team, I don't know, but the manner in which they've defended their league title, the least said about it, the better.
Well, we can take some positives. I mean, these are areas that's been highlighted for them to work on, respectfully. But you look at that kick where Salah's individual brilliance, sets the ball up for Soboslai to plant the ball around the wall. Those are dead ball situations that Liverpool can chance on to try and get points, or amass points, and have a comfortable stay, isn't it?
Well, I beg to differ.
Why?
Reason being, When it comes to football,
Yeah.
dead ball situations are part.
Okay.
But if a team decides that they won't be fouling you in the positions that you are most dangerous, how do you then get the goals? How then do you get the needed points on the log? For instance, there are teams that play against us now, and some of the primary things they do is prevent the corner.
Okay.
Prevent them from getting a corner as long as possible. So if you are beginning to have belief, full belief in Soboslai, who is having a purple patch in free kicks, he's really good at it. He came first season, was there and about. Last season was all over the place with his free kicks and stuff. This season seems to have found his foot. If that is going to work for you, then you can give it a try. But that does not solve the problems in your team. There are underlying problems in your team, some of which you have resident solutions to, but you have closed your eyes to and are allowing your team to go on and play the way they want to play.
In Amorim's case, then at United, it was about getting the right players, in transfer, for example, for the system he had wanted the club to play. In Liverpool's case, I don't even see the system this manager wants to use at all.
Yeah.
But he has the players. And coach describes rightly and says, if he fails to rethink, it keeps the club sinking. You think Liverpool needs additional players, going to another transfer, they should give him a bit of time, or he can work with the close to 500 million pounds, and get this problem solved?
Well, for me, if they give him time, it's fair.
It's fair?
But will he be able to get the right signings? So far, in their most problematic areas, especially defense, he has not proven that he can get the right profile of a player to play in the system that Liverpool were even playing before attempting to play whatever system he has for Liverpool in this case. Because you let go of Trent, and then you go and bring a Frimpong. Trent, Frimpong, two different profiles.
Yeah. Now, one offensive, one combines the two.
Two totally different profiles. You have Andy Robertson, who you are looking to let go, and you have a Kerkes. Two different profiles again. Kerkes' profile is very similar to that of Frimpong on the other side. And that even leaves you more exposed at the back if these players want to play their kind of football that you brought them into play. It then goes back to what coach said. The Gravenberch experience, or I call it experience.
Okay.
Coach says it's an experiment, but me, I say it's experience because that is what we are seeing fully. At the start of the league, there was no Gravenberch, and everybody was complaining when Gravenberch comes, it will be sorted.
True.
Now Gravenberch is back, and it's even more evident. Why? Because the problem is not being solved. You can't play a Gravenberch and then add a McAllister in the middle there and expect no one to run riot in your midfield.
Oh, okay.
You can't play a Gravenberch and play a Curtis Jones and not expect people to run riot through your midfield.
Because who is winning the ball? Who is accustomed to winning the ball? None of them.
Who should between the two?
No, but you see, at the end of the day, you see, look, I watch Andre Pello play.
Yeah.
Pello plays in the similar
finest.
position.
Yeah.
For him, he was not accustomed to winning the ball.
True.
He was put there and he was surrounded by guys like what? Gattuso, Marquisio.
Yeah.
Those guys were accustomed to winning the ball. They didn't have the quality to pass the ball around.
and all of that.
So when the boy gave it to Pello, don't shout on Pello.
Yeah. He scans and knows
He will
what
see you.
to do.
There was a story I heard from somebody who says that when Kevin Prince Boateng, I think when he went to AC Milan at the time, Andre Pello was there and at training, Boateng was shouting. And Pello went to somebody, tell him that he shouldn't shout. I'm Andre Pello. I see him.
Fantastic.
He should just move, I see him.
That's it.
And the moment Boateng learned that of Andre Pello, he became a better player. Okay? So you have to, if you have too many similar players, you suffer. In that Liverpool midfield, Gravenberch, McAllister, and to some extent, Curtis Jones, they all want to get on the ball and be a bit fancy and turn and dance and do this. None of them is doing this. None of them is doing it. If you look at Man City.
Yeah.
Rodri, when he's fit, he does this, and then he lets go.
Yeah.
If you look at Arsenal, look at Zubimendi, look at Declan Rice. When the need arises, you see them doing this. Even in Manchester United, Casemiro, what does he do? You see the best of Casemiro when United needs to get hold of the ball, win the ball off the opponent. And all the good teams in the world, that is what they do. Even in PSG, the European champions, the two Portuguese boys there, Vitinha and then the other guy. That you see Vitinha very careful with the ball, but watch him. What most people don't give him credit for is his ability to recover the ball when they need it. Once the press is triggered, he's reading and stepping in and he's winning the ball and he's getting everybody calm. But in this Liverpool team, Gravenberch picks up the ball, he's going, then he's forgetting. And I would have expected that if the manager is allowing he's giving Gravenberch too much of a free role to play. So somebody like Van Dijk, who's gone past his best years, who is very slow, I would have expected that, look, he will be called. I listened to Rio Ferdinand on such things. See, when Ferdinand started dipping due to age, Michael Carrick was on his A game. And that was one of the reasons why Carrick was so much loved by Rio. Rio said that anytime Carrick wanted to go, he would call him that, don't go, sit in the zone, or else you will expose me. And Carrick was noted for his very strict demarcation of areas. Apparently, it was Rio Ferdinand who was constantly making sure that he won't leave the zone. Because once you leave your zone and they are run at,
he can't run with
he can never. Ferdinand is not a sort of defender, wasn't a sort of defender who liked to backpedal. So he went and sell himself, and when he's beaten, you're gone. And Slot will have to prevent Liverpool from being slaughtered. The rate at which and the consistency with which this team, as defending champion of the league, is being slaughtered is unacceptable.
Charlie. And his Slots would have to learn a way to stop what?
Liverpool from being slaughtered.
If we go break, the bars be too much. Let's take a quick break here on Scorecard here on Channel 1 TV. I'm Bernard Abe, Coach Christopher Nimley, Sednam Edmond. We go for a quick break. When we come, we'll talk about the Chelsea situation. Rose, it's been rosy so far. We'll be back. Welcome back to Scorecard on Channel 1 TV. Bernard Abe here with Coach Christopher Nimley and Sednam Edmond. Let's get into the Chelsea situation. Liam Rosenior, the Chelsea's new boss, is on some fine rhythm. He was able to match the Chelsea team to the Selhurst Park, beating Crystal Palace by 3-1. Here's the highlight. The events that happen at the Selhurst Park, I mean, for Chelsea, they seem to have found their rhythm, isn't it, Coach?
A good win, a very good win, especially when Chelsea's league form has not been the best. But they are very high standard.
True.
I think they've been very disappointed in the manner in which things have gone on. And since Maresca left, Mr. Rose has come in, and so far, he's trying to put his hand on the team. What's the name?
Rosenor.
Rosenor. Okay, Rosenor. So for short, Rose. Rosenor for short, Rose.
Why are you like this?
No, but you want me to bite my tongue? Rosenor.
Fine. For
Rose.
Yeah.
I mean, Rose has
But
been...
if you say Mr. Rose, that's a way.
Rosenor for short, Rose. I don't want to bite my tongue. Actually. Look, what I saw of them today was a very dominant performance. Okay. Although, if you look at the manner in which Crystal Palace themselves were conceding the goal, a typical Oliver Glasner team that I've come to know would not concede set goals. Palace, one of their biggest strengths has been the ability to defend. Yeah. But maybe they've lost their leader, they've lost their captain, he's left them. The manager has already said that he's also going to leave. So that dressing room
is broken.
Is broken. Some of the players are also telling the handlers that let me go. The likes of Mateta. He's been their main source of goals. Yeah. He's told them he wants out. So you look at their recovery. The first goal, the second goal, especially on the second goal, their recovery was so bad The first goal was a complete giveaway. You want to pardon the player for that. But that second goal, look at, because the recovery was so bad, look at João Pedro. He took his time.
Yeah, he relaxed.
Waited for the defender, dribbled him.
Yeah, turned and shot.
If they were indeed determined to get something,
Throwing bodies in between.
there's no way in the 18 box João Pedro should be having the sort of time he had, such that the ball was going. He could stop the ball from going, wait for the defender, dribble him, and then blast the ball into the back of the net. Where was the recovery? In any other game, by the time he turns that defender, there should be somebody sweeping the hell out of him with the ball to get off the ball. And then there's stability. So you look at this, what is that? Is it that the players are no longer motivated? Because the man who...
Are they motivated? So you think they are no longer motivated?
You see, when you don't manage such situation very well, this is what happens. The coach said, don't sell Maguire. I think they should have sold him to Liverpool during the summer and used, because if you sell him, give him back the money, let me invest. They didn't sell him. Now, you couldn't sell him for 50 million. Now you've sold him for 20 million. And the manager said, you sold the player at the wrong time.
Okay.
You sold him at the wrong time.
But the player was itching to move.
No, so the player, he's always wanted to go, but he decided that whether they sold him now or not, he will eventually leave.
Okay.
But the people at Crystal Palace have sold him for less because they didn't want him to go for free. This is something that we were always going to come to. So I believe they should have sold him in the summer, get more money for him, and reinvest the money into the team. As it stands, the coach says he's leaving. Mateta will go. Adam Wharton will go. Eze has left. So the core of the team is being dismantled. And everybody now is sort of guessing what the next player would do as in on the pitch. And you don't want that to happen. You just don't want that to happen. Like you rightly said, from being 4th or 5th in the league, they are now what? 13th, 14th. And if care is not taken, they may continue to slip. And that could prove a serious problem for them.
The timing of the coach.
Even if he will leave, I think the timing of the announcement was wrong.
Okay.
Because he's the leader of the team.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time a coach says, I'm going to leave, and the team does better. Look at Alex Ferguson. When did he announce this? When he won the league, then he told everybody, I'm leaving. Pep will leave.
Yeah.
You remember when Jurgen Klopp said he was going to leave? When the news came out, you saw the form of Liverpool. It just went down, and down. If you like, Pep has always defended it, or he's always kept it going. Saying, why do you want me to leave the job? But you see that when Pep decides to leave, nobody will hear it. During the season, you will be there with the incident, he's gone. That is how you manage such things. Because you have to keep such things away from the players.
True.
The players are easily distracted. And if you look at what Crystal Palace have done in their last 2-3 games since the coach made that announcement, I think they've lost every game so far. Yeah, they've lost every game. And that is a complete disorderliness.
For Rose, I mean, this...
You see, now you're calling him Rose.
I mean, you said it.
Yeah, Mr. Rose, to be short.
No, I didn't say Mr. I said Rose.
Okay, Rose, Mr. Rose.
For Rose, again, I mean, learning to put the right players out of the game is instrumental. Chelsea fans spoke of the need to get the right players in the team at what opponents, they meet at a point in time. You feel he's doing what the Chelsea faithfuls love now, Rose, because we've been hearing positive commentary now in his last few games he's handled as a Chelsea manager.
Well, he's handled 5 games. He has lost 1 against Arsenal, and he has won all 4.
Great.
The other 4. It's
across
good.
all competitions.
Yeah, across all competitions. It's good he's getting the wins on the board, because he said something which was very, very similar to what Amorim said when he took over Manchester United.
Rose?
Yeah. Liam Rosenior speaks a lot. And because he's English, the English media wants to hear a lot from him as well. And he's also giving them the audience, and he's speaking. I quite remember he said he needs to be winning games to be able to implement what he wants to do. When he was asked about getting Sanchez to start playing as if he's a full-time defender, that was what he was. Some of the things he was saying. Now you are winning games, but then you still have to manage the players' minutes because you still have that that part of Chelsea that are autonomous on their own. The medical department of Chelsea, they are autonomous. They literally have started telling coaches, this guy cannot play this number of minutes. This guy's minutes need to be managed. This guy's minutes need to be managed. That was part of the clash of heads they had with Maresca. Liam understands the system. He has been with Strasbourg. Bluco. Mini Bluco, that's how I call them. Mini Bluco. Now he has come to Major Bluco, and it's the same thing.
Fine, if you want to put it in that.
And having the interim manager before him, that's, I think, is it McFarlane?
No, not McFarlane. One of the Chelsea academy coaches.
Yes.
The under 2021 coaches.
He's now part of his coaching staff. He's now his assistant. And I believe one of the main reasons why he brought him in was because of the timing of his substitutions and the kind of substitutions he was doing when he was in charge. And so far, it's been effective for them. You start a game with Badiashile and then Chaloba, and then you have the luxury of bringing in a Fofana. You then have the luxury of bringing in a Malo Gusto and then pushing Rhys James into midfield whilst taking out Moise Caicedo, bringing in Santos into that midfield as well.
Andre.
And then having a couple of players and literally keeping or freezing out a Gittins and Garnacho and still go ahead to get your win. And for me, so far, he's doing well as a manager, using the resources available to him to manage the situation. He's proven that this Chelsea side can now beat low block teams, but they need to meet more difficult oppositions in more low block teams so that we know what they are up about. I want to see more from him. I want to see their midweek game against Napoli and see how it goes.
Well, Bondia was able to help Unai Emery's side break a certain important 21-year endless streak at the St. James Park. It was against Newcastle United. They beat them by 2-0. Strangely, it does not take them to the second spot in the Premier League, but they still seem to, stay there in the top half of the league, and they've gotten a statement to make. Let's watch the highlights of how events panned out at the St. James Park against Newcastle. Welcome back to Scorecard from that highlights also at the St. James Park. I want to take the opportunity to read some few messages or read the messages that I have here. Then I'll get back to Coach and Citi. Good evening. I'm David from Tema Community 22. As a Manchester City fan, nothing gives me joy than watching Manchester United beating Arsenal. The gun silent. From Abraham Jadu of Broadcasting Accra. It is a sweet weekend for me as my two darling clubs, Manchester United and Accra Heart to Folk, all winning their games. Osei United, Osei Phobia. He adds, this win against Arsenal is so sweet. The Sports Panorama team will get special jollof rice this Friday.
I know the one who sent it.
Obed Anderson.
That's my boss.
Oh, okay.
That's my boss.
Okay.
Of Glyco.
Okay, Obed. Charlie, you're a solid guy. He says, happy birthday to Michael Amuafo Anson in the UK. This win is a special gift for you. Greetings to Coach Nimley. And that's it. He answers it that way. Obed, Charlie, you're a solid guy. Good evening, guys. I'm Thames. Coach, now you can sing. We are here. Okay, we are here saying Amorim is the man. We are here saying Amorim is the man. So he adds 3 and all of that in that mix. It says same players, different formation. Great results so far. Glory, Man United. He adds GGMU. This is Kobe Baden watching you live from Dansuman. Arsenal fans have forgotten Manchester United stopped. They are invincible. I think you brought this message also on radio. In the following season or in that same season, you were talking about the invincible. That you have to explain. But I want you guys to, take on this Dogu, on this, Dogu is doing greatly well as a winger, but I think the EPL is not for inverted wingers. Is it true?
Ahmad is an inverted winger. Saka is an inverted winger. Yeah. And they are doing very well.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Okay. My name is Chris from Ofankor Barrier. Man United keeps surprising me, and I'm a Liverpool fan. Hoping Slot will be sacked very soon. My greetings to Coach Chris. As Chris from Ofankor, greeting Coach Chris. I'm just enjoying the show. You guys are the best, and Coach is making my night. Albert from Mampong, Equiapim. Good evening, my people. I have a small request. Give Bruno Fernandes a contract extension. Give Patrick Dogu the Ballon d'Or. Oh, Charlie, my guy. It's not
Don't do that.
And he adds, give Mikel Arteta a feeding bottle. Apart from Awoshi. But I think you're just excited. That's accepted. Good evening, guys. I saw me day. That's what could do. That's what's up, man. If days were meant to be forgotten, never forget the day Cunha scores the winning goal against Arsenal. I'm drinking. Okay, he mentions a drink and something I cannot mention for commercial purposes on TV. And he says he's enjoying the show. So he adds again, I saw me day, Mampa. Please play the song for my coach. Locomotion from Ashali Boche sent the message. Good evening, Scorecard. I'm a Chelsea fan, but I'm really happy for Manchester United because Peter Drury once said, glory days are old, but with Carrick, United is surely back. GGMU at Glory Man United. I picked the last two and I'll do the rest later. Congratulations to Manchester United for their impressive performance against Arsenal. They should keep it up by Napoleon in Tumu Sankofa base. Good evening to you and your guests, especially Coach Christopher Nimley. I want to remind Coach that United has a penchant of taking from the rich and giving back to the poor. He seems to be happy judging. He seems to be happy judging from his demeanor and the tone in which he speaks. I just hope this tone continues perpetually. Sammy inside with Sammy, I'm sure you're a Chelsea fan. Yeah, Chelsea fan. So I understand the politic in there. I'll come back to the rest of the messages and read them. A lot of them coming in. The numbers or the number will be on your screen. Try and leave a comment as the show unfolds, and we'll get to that. Villa with Unai Emery. There seems to be something wrong or something happened negatively in the club, isn't it? Because they're on the same point now with Manchester City, 46. But on goal difference, City seem to move, above them. What's really happening to Unai Emery? He seemed to have gotten the GA right.
I think to some extent they are the surprise package of the season. Especially if you look at how they started.
Yeah.
They went the first 5 games without a win.
Yeah, true. Recall.
Yeah. And during the 5 games, we had somebody who had 5 wins. So already, 15 out of 15.
Yeah.
I think they had 2 out of a possible 15 points. And everybody were beginning to ask questions. I remember I sat in this same studio and I said, look, don't doubt Unai Emery. Whatever the problem is, he will rectify and he will fix. He's not the very stubborn coach. He believes in his way of doing things. And it is tried and tested. It's worked over and over and again and again and again. So, trust Unai Emery. Last season and the season before, there was something he was doing which he has stopped. I complained. Villa was one of the teams in the league that kept playing the very high line. Their high line was not properly coordinated because their front players were not pressing. This season, if you look at them play, they don't do the high line. Even when the players are pressing, they sort of do the semi-high line. They go, but they leave one person back as a sweeper. So when you loop, that person goes and then he does the job defensively for them. The problem they've had, actually, their strikers have not been scoring.
Yeah. It's the same
so
point.
Maybe that's why you said Man City are leading them due to goals. I think this is Oli Watkins, I think 4th or 5th goal all season.
Yeah.
By his very high prolific standard.
He's now about
his
seventh, yeah.
Seven.
In about 16 games.
Normally by this time he's into double figures already. And most of his goals are goals that win them football games.
True.
If you look at the game we've just watched, the first goal absolute brilliant. You don't blame any player within the Newcastle setup. My only disappointed is that when Bondia was caressing the ball, you could clearly see that he was setting himself up to blast the ball. And the players of Newcastle should have immediately go and close him down and tried blocking the ball. But they didn't do that. And once it went through his laces, you could clearly see the ball into the back of the net. My disappointment with Newcastle was the manner in which they considered that second goal. When the ball went wide, the Newcastle players were all caught ball watching. If they can roll the highlight again on the screen, you will see. The moment the ball went wide, only Watkins and one other Aston Villa player, they saw the gap. And you could see the intent with which they went there before the ball even arrived. They knew that that was the opportunity, that was the gap. So if the delivery is spot on, we are 2 goals out. At the time, it was 1-0. So the next goal was so much important in the game. If they'd scored, they're in the comfortable lead. They go on and they win the game. And that was exactly what happened. So you see, he was caressed. He had like 2, 3, 4 touches before he went for it. And as to how they allow him to do that was shocking. And if you can see the second goal, you see that, okay, this is the Newcastle one. If only they can forward it to the second goal of Villa. You see, this was the save by Martinez. Brilliant save.
Yeah, fantastic.
Brilliant save by Martinez. This is another good strike from Harvey Barnes. And then that, I think this Newcastle should have equalized here. They should have brought this back 1-0. And then this was the first shot that Nick Pope saved in the second. At this moment, they were struggling for that. Now watch. The ball went wide. Look at Ollie Watkins. Look at it. Control. Move! You see his move? Bang into
He saw the space.
He saw the gap. And therefore, he attacked the gap. So if the delivery is right, it's in the back of the net. Look at the intent. Look at the intent.
What was the defender doing? The guy.
That was what I'm saying. The Newcastle players were all called ball watching. Their recovery on the defensive organization of the shape was very bad. Look at them. Look at them.
Players
look at them.
Watching behind.
At this level, if you defend like that, you pay the price. And for me, credit must be given to Unai Emery because this was a game that was very keenly contested. And like you said, they've put an end to what?
The 21-year winless run
at the St. James. Look, if there's any venue in the EPL, that is always a difficult venue to go and get a result, it's at St. James's. It's always been like that since time immemorial. So no wonder it's taken Aston Villa 21 years to get a win, like we saw.
Fantastic. And I'll come back to you, said, I want us to spend a little time on the United-Arsenal situation because it's a lot in the comments. I want us to go for a quick break. We'll come back in studio and we'll touch on that game that's got a lot of United fans super happy. This Scorecard on Channel 1 TV. We'll be back. Come back to Scorecard on Channel 1 TV. We thank you for staying glued to your set. Now let's zoom in into that game that produced 5 goals this afternoon. It was Arsenal, Manchester United, but the fashion in which the game, was played, quite interesting from both sides. Let's watch this. We'll come back in studio. Guys are here. They'll digest that. This is the kind of play you want to see Manchester United.
This is what you conclude by saying, I saw me dim, I saw me dim, 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 dim. I saw me dim, I saw me dim, 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 dim. I saw me dim, I saw me dim, dim, dim.
The music is
that a song?
Yeah. Let's go. Hey, guys. Go. Haji. Go. Guys.
Hey, for the man.
Guys.
This is what.
Hey.
Try to move, man.
Too much.
I saw me dim.
Dimly.
Oh, no
How
more.
about today?
This is the Manchester United of old. I'm not going to blow their trumpet. Don't get me wrong. I saw this on Amorim.
Good.
Amorim went to the Etihad.
And the only under Ten Hag.
They've all done this.
Under Louis van Gaal.
But this was done in a bit of style.
Okay.
The boys showed a bit more character. And look at apart from the first goal, the equalizing goal that we all admit it was a giveaway by Zubimendi. Unfortunately, he's a good midfielder. He wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
It would take another 5-10 years for him to repeat that error. But apart from that, look at the composure. Hey, Dogu, aboard the man. Dogu, what he did today. Look, this is his best game he's played for Manchester United.
Compared to the City game?
Yeah, I prefer this one because this one was away from home at the league leaders.
Okay.
Where a lot of defending, and he was not only defending, but he offered something going forward.
Yeah.
You remember I was a bit late on radio. When I came, I watched the game and I said, look, Man United needed another ball carrier.
True.
But because of how defensively he's helping Luke Shaw, that is why that other ball carrier is not on the pitch. And you needed to respect that. It is at Arsenal, the league leaders. They can do any harm to any team at the Emirates. So I understood the benching of Matthias Cunha.
Okay.
But Dogu, anytime Lawmans went long, he was the one heading the ball down for Brandon Bomo to chase, for the likes of Ahmad.
Yeah.
So he contributed a lot to the play. Bruno Fernandes in his favorite number 10 role, surprisingly, this time around, he's not forcing the passes.
Yeah, that's true.
He's waiting and picking in the pocket. When the opening is there, he does. Maybe when he was playing with Rashford, who wouldn't want the ball at feet? They want the ball into space.
Yeah.
That, because I'm beginning to understand, comparing to what he's doing now, to what he used to do. Maybe he's been influenced by the players around him.
Yeah.
Matthias Cunha wants it to fit. Brandon Mbeumo wants it to fit. Ahmad wants it to. Dogu, occasionally, they've got decent pace, so they can run in behind.
You agree to the contract extension bit?
No, but they cannot allow him
one
to
more
go.
year.
I think if United make Champions League football, he stays. If they don't, he goes.
Okay.
Because he's a player that deserves to win at least a major league title. And I think from the way Bayern Munich is circling around him, if they don't make Champions League, he will look at the Bundesliga and say, well, in all my career, I don't have a league title.
Yeah.
Let me go there and get one in the bag, which would be understandable. Do I want him to leave? No. You remember Mastan when the people brought 100 million?
Yeah.
So you can't sell him.
Yeah.
This is not the player you sell because he's the engine. He's the nucleus of the structure. You plug him out, disarray. So if you look at what they did, I must credit Michael Carrick. They stuck to the game plan.
Yeah.
Even when they had to chase the game at 1-0 down. The game plan was that stay compact, don't stretch the game, wait for your moment, and then counter. United had 4 shots on target.
Yeah.
They were that efficient.
True.
Out of 4, 3 in the back of the net. You ask them to repeat this, it would take another 2-3 months to do something like this. So on the day, almost everything they did worked. And I must credit Harry Maguire and Lisandro Martinez. You could clearly see that the 2 centre-backs were in charge of the situation. They were blocking in and they were stepping in where necessary. And there were some moments in the game where United would dominate the possession and to push up. Anytime Maguire is in the team, I'm not happy when we push up because he's very slow on the recovery.
Yeah.
But whenever they push up, you could see Dallo, who is very quick as compared to the back line, coming in a bit narrow. In case, then he would be the last man and then recover. But look, Matthias Cunha, Brandon Mbeumo, I was talking to you offset.
Yeah, offset, yeah.
They have made Man United a better team. You compare Mbeumo, Cunha, Sesko to Rashford.
There's Dallo,
Jadon Sancho,
Dogu too.
and Dogu, and Dallo, to Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Anthony, Garnacho. Look at them. They were all very, but these guys have got physical presence. You don't brush Cunha off the ball. When you do this to what? Garnacho, he's on the floor. When you do this to Rashford, he's falling down.
Sure.
That was these were the front men of United. Even Ahmad now,
Yeah.
he's not the sort of player you can easily brush off the ball.
True.
He's got proper gravitational stability.
True.
To his work.
I love how you put it.
And that makes him very, very difficult to dispossess. Quick on Mikel Arteta.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know what came over him, but the moment Arsenal went 2-1 down, we were doing the game on radio.
Yeah.
He just effected 4 changes. And I was asking myself, were they tactical changes or they were just like for like, asking them to go and do the same thing within the same system? A system that was not working. He did the change and they were all like for like changes. Yeah. No wonder they came on, but they couldn't influence the game. The goal that Mourinho scored from a typical set piece. We all know they are the set piece specialists. Maybe he was brought on to do that. But how influential was Eze, White, and then the Madueke, and of course, Gyökeres. They all plateaued as the game went on. You could see them plateauing. Their impact on the game was just not felt at all by the Arsenal faithful. It is now a 4-point gap between them and Man City. They've got City to go to.
Yeah.
I think they are done with Chelsea home and away.
Yeah.
No, they still have Chelsea too.
They have Chelsea to play at the Bridge or
Arsenal?
Yeah, Arsenal
have gotten Chelsea after Leeds.
after
at the Bridge or at the Emirates.
no, at the Emirates.
At the Emirates.
That is a very difficult game. They've got Chelsea to play both in the league and then in the Carabao Cup final. I think they're done with Liverpool.
Yeah, but they still have very difficult games.
Very, very, very difficult games.
Very, very difficult games.
Imagine they go to Man City and they lose. Let's say 4 points until they meet Man City and they lose. It's 1 point. Yeah. They have shown that they don't have the character. And for me, I have said that if he doesn't win this league, I don't think he will ever win it. Because I don't expect Liverpool to be as poor as they are this season. Man United can only get better next season. Man City surely will get better next season. And that is going to make their work even more difficult.
True.
When your competitors are not on their A game, you capitalize on the situation and make sure it is to your benefit.
100%.
But that's not what I've seen of them. And I was a bit, look, I told some of my colleagues at work, and I told, very, very strong Arsenal supporter, I said, Man United beat Man City for a reason. They wanted you to open the gap because they will beat you this Sunday and keep you where you are. But because you failed to win last week, you will not benefit from that. He said, oh, coach, tomorrow I'll meet him at work.
Great. Good evening, guys. I'll come back to you, Seth. Good evening, guys. Let it be on record that United scored 4 goals at the Emirates today, with 1 goal being an own goal. Arsenal could only respond with that scrappy goal from Merino.
Correct.
Angel Michael is at work. He has Ben from Ofanko. Anyway, good evening, guys. I'm so excited to see Manchester United winning today over Arsenal. I'm so happy. Good evening, Channel 1 Sports. I'm a Chelsea fan, but I'm really happy for Man United because Peter Drury once said the glory days.
You shouldn't be happy for us.
The glory days are old, but Courage United is surely back. Glory, Man United. Asari Anthony is my name. Hello, guys. Good evening. I'm really excited for Semenyo for the great start at Manchester City. What I really don't like about Mr. Slot is his consistent use of the Netherlands guys, even when they are out of form. I think his time at the club has expired. Able Minister from Cove City. Good evening to you guys. I'm Tropatoni from Tunga Wache. After beating City last week, Carrick did it again. I'm sure coach is becoming a happy man once again. Dan Suman boy, United for life, he adds. In fact, Coach Christopher Nimley is the best sports analyst in Ghana. I like his enthusiasm. He motivates me to continue watching Scorecard every other week. Coach, you will live long. James from Sunyani. Good evening in the voice of Unai Emery. Unai Emery says, winning at the St. James Park is never easy, and doing it right before my birthday makes the 3 points taste even sweeter. The perfect early birthday gift for me. Salzburg, Brentford are next. Let's make it 4 from 4. Up the Villa. Maxwell from Kwabenya says he's a Villa fan. Trust me, City are winning the league. Arsenal don't have the winning mentality. Dennis from Ashaleja. This is from Lee Roger. I'll take the last two. We come back in studio. I believe Carrick is bringing back the days of Rooney, Scholes, Rio Ferdinand. Heat, he adds, and adds a fire emoji to it. This boogie dear, my man for teach me, Coach Nimley go kill me. That's how Boogie is icon. From here to go on X, so you save it on your phone, rehearse it every morning before you go to work. Yeah, safe. That's the dose, and you're okay. Great. So let's move to the table. We can have the table on screen and watch how events have panned out. The table question I was finding out from Coach Christopher Nimley earlier on before the show. So Arsenal on top with 50 points. Manchester City are second with 56. Villa
with 46.
With 46, I beg your pardon. 25 plus, 26 plus goals. Then there's Aston Villa have gotten 46 points as well. Plus 10 goal difference is the reason that they are third. And then Manchester United moved to the fourth spot with 38 points plus 7 goals. Chelsea lies fifth now with 37 plus 14 goals. Liverpool in sixth position. And should it stay like that, all these teams will go in Europe, isn't it?
Yeah,
we'll have an opportunity. The first six gets opportunity. Liverpool, 36 points. So it's not all lost. Fulham are 7 to 34. Then Brentford, Newcastle follows in that order. So that's how events are shaping up on the greatest league on planet Earth. The other half of the league, Everton, Brighton, Hove Albion 12. There's Bournemouth in your picture. There's Tottenham Hotspur in there. There's Crystal Palace who are falling, where Citi describes that sequence properly. There's Leeds United as well, Nottingham Forest. Then it trickles down and down in that fashion with West Ham. I hope they stay in the league though. You have a little bit on us now. I want us to move into the Spanish La Liga and do Madrid and Liverpool. You've got a reaction on us now?
Well, I hope Arteta learns from his mistake because
he feels a mistake?
Yeah, he made a mistake underestimating the midfield of Manchester.
That's an 18-year-old with that.
Oh, he said he's an absolute talent. Nobody doubts that. All he needs to do is to make sure he's still disciplined, focused. The people around him will have to guide him because of late we've heard the sort of things that he's been doing. And these are things that could easily take him off what he should be focused on. Apart from that, he's a talent. He likes to enjoy his game. That was audacious, isn't it? The audacity with which he executed that Ronaldinho X sort of goal. And you have to be of a certain talent to be able to do that.
Maybe Zlatan.
You have to be, it's not every player who does that. You need to be of a certain talent, of a certain quality. And I'm happy for the Spanish La Liga. I think the race for the league title is back on track. Because Barcelona failed to win last week, Real Madrid now has kept a 1-point deficit. Madrid won, Barca replied. But at the end of the day, I hope it comes down to the Clásico. And in that Clásico, there's going to be only one winner. And that is Barcelona. Yeah, I expect them to
Well,
beat
the
Real.
last time it was because confusion was at the camp of
There was
Madrid.
nothing confusion.
With Alonso's play.
There was nothing like confusion. Alonso didn't create any confusion.
They say from day one, I read articles which says from day one the boys didn't like him.
Okay, if they didn't like him, they should win for Abaloa and let's see.
Okay.
Like at the end of the day, these have maintained that they don't want to be coached. They don't want anybody to. I mean, when players are this arrogant, I describe that as clear arrogance. Because always try to undermine the impact of the coach. I mean, it's unacceptable.
Thomas Partey came into the game in the 77 minutes, came and subbed Dani Perejo in the game for Villa. You feel?
I think he's been battling with some injury of late. I just hope that he will recover quickly, regain his fitness, and play a lot more. Because he started the season not having gone for proper pre-season. It took him some time. He came in, he established himself like we all know him to do, and then all of a sudden there was a problem again. He's come back. I pray he stays fit.
Great.
Play a lot more. Because look, we need him for the World Cup. I have maintained without him, we don't have a Black Stars team.
Fantastic. Your reactions quickly to the Madrid or Barca game?
I'm excited to see what's happening in the La Liga. It was becoming monotonous seeing Madrid win and constantly Real Madrid add. Did I say Madrid? Sorry, Barcelona win,
yeah.
and then Madrid are in constant chaos. Now they have Arbeloa. Let's see what he will do. Tactically, I'm still waiting to see something different he's doing. But I am not seeing that yet. But we'll see what happens. But with Hansi Flick, he's making do of what he has. He's going to be losing certain players, but he's managing. So we'll see what happens.
Great. Good evening. I'm Hamdia from Tamale. I'm not a football fan, but I'm happy Manchester United. I'm happy for Manchester United. Just watching. My husband is also watching. Good evening, Channel 1 TV. I always enjoy your shows. This is from Lagos, Nigeria. Abenga, that's his name. Slot style of play can't win any trophy. Are you sensing that? And that will be all for the show Scorecard on Channel 1 TV. Will come your way same time next week. Thank you very much, Coach Christopher Nimley. Thank you, said now Edmond Assault. I am Bernard Abekoach, and the guys behind the set who made it possible. Thank you, Assault. We'll see you same time next week.